you see those numbers, they go up and you're like, woohoo, and then you see them going down. And you're like, oh man, what? I get it. I get it. I understand. Hillbilly. Howdy, Hillbilly Nation. This is American Hillbilly. Man, good to see y'all today. I hope you're having a wonderful day, just a fine day. Well, I've got a video that's a little different. Not a little different, quite a bit different today than most of my content that you see on this channel. There's a reason for this video, and hopefully it gives everybody a little bit of comfort and maybe understanding at least. So as most of you know, I trade the stock market for a living every day. Yeah, a hillbilly out here in the mountains, living in a wood shack and a dirt floor. No, we don't have a wood shack and a dirt floor, but that's how most people think of hillbillies. We're quite resourceful. Yeah, I also trade on a Discord a lot, and the group of people I trade with are from all around the world. And that's how a lot of them, think, American Hillbilly. Yeah, wood cabin, dirt floors. The only reason I got electricity and internet, they think, is because I got a yoke tied up outside with mules turning it, generating, electricity and the internet and all that. But no, we're up to date, very modern. But I wanted to talk to some of you guys and girls about the stock market because I'm getting a lot of these calls, texts from family, from friends, and they're like, oh my goodness, Hillbilly, I know you trade the stock market in. I seen this happen today. You doing all right? Yeah, I'm doing fine. So I thought it'd just be easier to make a little video for people to understand kind of what's going on from my point of view and not be like scared or anything like this. This is stuff that happens all the time. Everything's fine. The sky's not falling. But I am going to throw in this disclaimer right now. I am not a financial advisor. I am not an advisor on how to trade stocks or anything like that. Because legally, I don't have the schooling or the proper legal forms to do all that stuff. So I'm definitely not a financial advisor. And I'm not going to be giving you advice how to trade stocks. I'm just going to show you a few things here. A lot of you might find very interesting, especially if you have like a 401k from work or, you got money in retirement from somebody that's legally able to like invest your money and stuff like that. And, you're opening your phone or computer and you're like, oh my goodness, I'm down some money, and stuff like that. Well, this is just kind of like a step back and look at the big picture is what I'm going to try to show you guys and maybe explain a few things so things don't seem scary for you. So I am in the studio. Yeah, and it's terribly windy outside, really bad windy. So if you hear like wind noise and stuff, yeah, that's outside. I'm not able to go outside and shoot pew-pews today because of the wind. And I'm in here in the studio. Yeah, I got like multiple monitors up in here and a pretty good desktop that I use for streaming, editing videos, and all that. But most usually when I trade stocks, I'm in another part of the house where I have like 4 monitors, good size monitors up. I got a really up-to-date computer type deal that's got great video card, great internet and stuff like that, because for what I do as a day trader and also, as I invest, it takes quite a bit of computer and internet to kind of keep this stuff running correctly. Now, a lot of people trade on their phones. Yes, I trade on my phone sometimes too. Yeah, some investment stuff here and there, crypto, stuff like that, which is totally fine. But anyway, I'm going to bring up a screen that's going to look really weird to you, maybe, and maybe kind of confusing. I don't know, but anyway, let me pull this up. Alrighty. So this is similar to like what I'm doing every day, which I have most usually this on at least 3 screens, some of it different and stuff like that. And I know a lot of this is probably going to look like I don't understand what any of that says or what it's for, but that's okay. I'm going to show you a few things here real quick. just to maybe hopefully give you some peace and outlook, not to be scared when the news says something about the stock market going down, stock market going up, or you're looking at your portfolio for retirement and you're like, oh my gosh, you know, it's down. What did I do? Well, I'm not going to give you that financial advice, but I'm just going to kind of like hopefully give you a little bit of a view on what I look at pretty much every day. So, first of all, I brought this up to full screen. Here's your trading day from beginning to end, and then this is like after hours and stuff in the gray. And I'm going to let you know here. So, like, if you look up here, SPY, that is this stock right here, and this is up to date. And one thing I wanted to show you, because I got thinking about this here, this is on a 3-minute time deal. So each one of these candles represent 3 minutes. So I'm going to kind of zoom in here, right here. We can do this, and hopefully this computer does this all okay here. So anyway, this is like start of the day, and this is the SPY. This is the S&P 500 basically, but this is, what as a trader, this is what a lot of people would trade, buy stocks in and, day trade it and stuff. And so, you got some volatility throughout the day, but this right here, I want to show you this. So you can see like this candle is up in here. This is, $561.24. And then you've seen this massive fall right here, all the way down to like $550. Okay. So this is what we would call like a news candle right here. So evidently something was brought out on the news or whatever. It may have scared some people, whatever. Some people sold, maybe not, but it didn't affect the market today. So it continued on, actually got a push right here towards the end of the bell, a new high for the day. And then, of course, it'll go back down here for after hours and stuff. It don't do a whole lot on after hours. Sometimes it does, but not always. Okay, this is something else I want to show you. Now, I back this timeline off here. We're at 15 years, okay, in the past, up to right now. And then each candle represents a month. And so if you go over here and look, you'll see the date right here, okay? That shows me the date and everything of where I hold my cursor. You'll see that date changes and stuff like that. So like, we had it had a nice steady run. People that invested in here, this is 10, 1, 11, they made money. And then we get up here to basically close to election year, and you'll see some falls, back down, and then you'll see a nice rise. But see, people invested down here, even though it took a fall, they still were making money. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it showed they lost some, but they made money. A lot of people probably sold, and you'll see like these lines I drew in right here. Well, so these are what we call support and resistance lines. So a lot of people sold in there and everything. And so like you see here, come up above it, and 20, it's like starting here in 2016, you get all the way up here, and woo, man, what do you see right here? 2020. We all are aware of what happened in 2020. Okay. So yes, things come down right here, and it didn't come all the way down here to the support line where there were buyers right here. So anyway, people that was still like buying in through here, it just got back down to the price level that they bought in at. But then of course it came back and everything like that. So I want to kind of zoom in right here to bring us a little more up to date with what's going on right now. Now, these are some lines that we use as traders to kind of help read what the stock market's doing and everything. And so, it came down here. We hit a support line down here, so people started buying back in. And then once it got up here, broke this right here, it started going up. And then, of course, it went back up. It broke through the top of this. The rest of the year, and this is, so this is election year right here. It's going up, going up, going up. And we see a peak out right here. Okay. Now, this right here is what everybody's talking about. We're falling from there down to here. So I want to show you some numbers. This is basically $550, right? Okay. There's $613.23 was the high. Okay, he's like, and you're showing this is showing up in your investment. It's like, oh man, I'm making money. I'm making money. Awesome. Woohoo. Yeah. And then you're like, oh no. That shows I'm down. Yeah, it does. But you invested in back here, way back here. I mean, you invested in, let me back this up. So you invested in anywhere in here. Look how much more money that your portfolio, your retirement has made. You're way up here. Even though you see a drop, I mean, what a great investment, that you had because, it just that's a great investment. You're still way up, you know. Stock market's at 562 right now. I mean, if you invested, anywhere down here, uh, you invested like 200 some dollars. That is one heck of an investment, and you're still making money. Yeah. So I just kind of want to show this, and I want to show like if you guys a few more little short things here. I know this really looks confusing to you right here, but as day traders and live traders, this is some of the tools and stuff we use when you're trading during the day. Stuff like that, scalping stocks, trading, buying, selling, whatever. And so, as traders, we have tools we can kind of read what's going on through the day. And you'll see there was no major breakouts of this line here, other than that news candle right there, which it immediately came right back up. So, I just wanted to show you a little bit of it, and look, this is the volume. So there's a lot of people that were buying here at end of the bell. So that's a good sign for the economy and everything. Let me take you to something else here. All right. Now, this is a stock that is on the news a lot right now. And that's the reason I brought it up. And as you can see right here, this stands for Tesla, TSLA. So you'll see right in here, this is 2018. The price that people bought in around in here was $20 or less. Yeah. Can you imagine, investing, in Tesla around $20 or so? Yeah. Okay. Right up here is the current price right now, $250. That's quite an investment, right? So let me bring this down a little bit so it shows I can explain this to you a little better. So you say, well, Hillbilly, okay, this is a year chart right here. Each candle represents one day. So you're like, yeah, Hillbilly, I didn't think about buying Tesla back in 2018 and all that. But man, it's really fell a lot, so people's losing money, blah, blah, blah. Well, definitely not if they bought in around $20 or even $100. But just a year ago, this area right in here, this is like the 6th month of 24. All right. That right there is about $175. This area right in here. There was good support. A lot of people had a lot of time to buy in, Tesla for roughly $175. All right. Look at what it closed at today. 249, basically $250. So, I mean, if people had it a year ago, they're still up almost $100 a share. And looky here, it got a high of $488.54. So people made dang good money on this. And even it's not even all the way back down to where it was a year ago. And you'll see a lot of these lines I got into here. These are things that I have drawn. It shows support and resistance and stuff like that. And anyway, most usually what happens is, a stock will run up and come back down. And so we call that a resistance because that's where people's selling at. So it gets up here, a lot of people sold, it brings the stock back down, blah, blah, blah. It comes back down here where it finds support, where a lot of people own. stock at this price here. And so people that sold up here, they buy back in here and they continue to make money, right? Yeah. And so, yeah, when something peaks this high and this fast, people are going to start taking profits. You got to understand that's a lot of profit right there. And so people started selling, taking profits, which is a wise thing to do. So when you sell, that brings it down. Then you got buyers step in, some more people buy in, it goes up, they make a profit, they sell. Comes down here, more people buy in, comes up, makes a profit, they sell. But then you also still have your people that had bought in for 20 bucks, 150 bucks. They're still holding those. Maybe they sold some, maybe they didn't sell them all. They're still holding them. So, it comes down here, and so like you'll see right here where it kind of bottomed out the other day. Okay, looky here. See, with this line right here, that's where people had bought before. All right. So people sold, they're waiting for it to come back down. They start buying again. It starts going back up. So that's kind of like what is normal with stocks. Okay, here's something else I was wanting to show to you while we're on Tesla. There can be, I'm not saying there is, there can be, and it happens a lot of time. There is manipulation on stocks too, and people that choose to manipulate it that has, a decent amount of money, they still make money by manipulating the stock. And so let me explain this to you. So we're still on Tesla, and like I said, if you bought it a year ago, it was $150 or whatever. So as this gets up here to this, $488, you would kind of have to be a fool not to sell some of your stocks up here. Even if you got 100, if you got 5, if you got, several thousands of them. All right. You got to take your profit. That's how you make money in stock trading. And so people sell, it comes down, like I was talking a while ago. But then also you got to remember, if you're an options trader like I am, and you have to qualify to be for an options trader, there's a lot of people out there that are, including several people of our congressmen. And I'll just say right here, in my own opinion, I don't think any congressman or their immediate family should be able to trade. But that's a whole nother story right there. Okay, I want to throw a little for instance for you. Say you only have 100 stocks of this company, Tesla. All right, it goes up here, and say you sell half of it. Well, you made one heck of a profit. You're talking 50 shares that you made basically $300 on. So that is some really good money. Well, you're going to hold back some, because you think, well, it might still go up. So I take profit. Now I'm in it for nothing. It don't cost me anything at all to be in this stock. But as an option trader, and especially if you got a lot of money and you want to manipulate a stock, you can buy what we call puts. So when you buy puts, you're basically betting on the stock to go down. So if you have a put, the farther down it goes, the more money you make. And it's a lot of money in most cases, especially a big drop like this. I mean, if somebody had bought some puts up in this area, anywhere in here, out for a length of time, I mean, they made more money than probably what they made in the in the 100 stocks going up to here. So they still have 50 stocks out of 100. They buy puts. They use that money from their profit, and now they're way up in money on the way down. So basically, I want to just let you know, when you hear the word call as an option trader, you're planning on it. You're buying the options for it to go up. If you heard the word put, then you're buying puts. That means you're making money on the way down. So even if you invested a year ago on this stock right here, I'm just using it for an example, not are you only up 100, bucks or better. But if it scares you, I just want to let you know that there's people that's making money on this all the way down. And once it gets down here, as you'll see right here, it came back into support where buyers were. Well, it looks like it's going back up. And, it might go up for a little while, but, just because you see a stock going down, if it's in your portfolio or whatever, does not mean that's the end of the world. It's because people selling, they're making money, and there's people buying puts to write it back down so they can make money. So when you listen to the news and all this is my whole point of the deal, is don't be scared. Let me take this off the screen here. My whole point of this video is when you see stuff like that happen, don't be scared. Don't fall into the, the fear mongering of, oh my goodness, the sky's falling, because a lot of times it's not. And there's also things in place that will pause a stock if it falls too fast. It'll pause it if it goes up too fast, to help keep from a market crash. Yeah. They learned their lesson in the past, and so they've enabled some tools in there to help keep that from happening. So as many of you know, my whole deal on my channel is to help make somebody's day better. And hopefully by explaining a little bit of this, it's helped make your day better. If you have an investment of some kind and, you see those numbers, they go up and you're like, woohoo, and then you see them going down. And you're like, oh man, what? I get it. I understand. But yeah, pay attention. You can talk to whoever's investing your money, hopefully they're being smart with your money and they're taking some profits for you as it goes along and everything. But don't let the news scare you. So please let me know down in the comments below if this helped you any, if it gave you any peace or maybe some understanding of what's going on when you hear the news and stuff, you see stuff about the stock market. And hopefully I made your day better. Now I'm going to leave you all with this. Remember, God, family, country. Make somebody's day better, will you? And if the good Lord's will and the creeks don't rise, we'll be seeing you again, Hillbilly Nation. I love you. I sure hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please subscribe and check out some other videos here, and check out my other YouTube channel, Hillbilly Up. You can also follow me on Rumble, X, Instagram, TikTok. Everything is in my solo link down below. Thank you, and make somebody's day better, will you?